will. So, first, white plays d4. Usually, knight f6. So, now, white plays a mistake, the engine says, g4. It's called the Gibbon-Weidenhagen gambit. Now, black obviously takes, and now white strikes in the center. So black goes d6. I don't know why he didn't go d5. Apparently the engine says that's the best move. He probably just didn't want to expose his queen or something. Knight c3, so defending pawn. But apparently the engine says bishop to e2, and pressure on the knight's best. Now black goes e5, just striking in the center. That's just like a normal move. Not really crack. Then there's knight f3. See, apparently you're supposed to take on e5s. And then after he takes back, you trade queens, which makes a lot of sense. But if he takes with if he takes with the knight, I'm not sure what happens. Knight c6. And now white plays was apparently a mistake, h3. Now black can take on d4, which is what he does. Okay. Now, the best move according to Stockfish is knight to b5. Sadly, that's not what got played. Instead, what got played was knight takes d4. Yeah, you see, the reason why this is bad is because of the move queen to h4. Queen to h4. And now, apparently, you're supposed to go queen to d2. And then the queen gets to take on f2 with check. Takes. So I don't know why it's good. Let's just continue. That's what the segment says is the best move. Sadly, white played knight takes. Sadly, black played knight takes d4, and now white is slightly winning. You see, queen takes d4 is what they played. The right move was h takes g4, just taking the free knight. I don't know how they didn't see that. Geez, it's a really complicated thing of exchanges. So now, knight e5. This move centralizes the knight and also moves the knight out of the way. Apparently queen to f6, just blundering the knight is best. I don't know why. Let me see why. So queen f6, right? And then you just get a free knight. Is that not a free knight? Takes. But no, what if... Oh, because the queen's hanging. I see. That's why. Okay. Well, 95. Not the best move. Bishop e2. I'm just developing the bishop. And then knight c6. Just moving the knight on a safe square, I guess. I don't know why I didn't move back to f3. Like using, like, I don't know, something like knight f6 and then you just could have done knight f6, but whatever. Let's continue. Queen to d3. I don't see why. Oh yeah, because you're moving it away. I'm not very good at chess, okay? Bishop to e7, just developing the bishop. Now rook to g1. You see, that targets the king, I guess, and it puts the rook on an open file. Now g6 weakens the king. Like, and now you can go bishop h6, and that's just not good. Keep in mind that this is a blitz game. So that's what he does, bishop h6. Now black goes, just develops the bishop. Apparently you're supposed to move this bishop back to f8, but I don't know why. Castle's queenside. Now they just move the queen up. Now f4, just casually moving the f pawn for no reason. This actually allows f5, which is apparently a good move. This takes, and then you still have a pawn on f5, and you're having central space. You have the e4 square, and there's nothing they can do about it. But instead, they decide to castle queenside. Yeah, okay, I guess the engine says it's good. Now, knight to d5 is currently the best engine move. That's actually what they play. Centralizes the knight, you can't click it, it's good. And it also targets the bishop and at the end of this pawn and this square, and everything's attacked. So now, what does he do? King to b8. It's a good move. Trading the knight for the bishop isn't good because the knight is more active than the bishop. King to b1. We just keep doing that kind of stuff. But that's actually really bad because now black gets to do bishop to h4, gets into white's position. White can't do anything about it. Instead, black goes a good move, f5. Now, the game's almost over. You'll see why in a moment, but the best move is just to exchange. Instead of exchanging, white goes bishop to f3. Yeah, that's a mistake because they can take on e4, and then you take back with your queen, and then they go rook to e8 with the d rook. And then I don't know why that's a mistake, but it said it's a mistake, so it's a mistake. Now they take on e4, and instead of taking with the queen like you should, they took with the bishop. Now this is good. This is still a good move. There's nothing wrong with this. Now bishop takes d5. Just trading off a bishop for a knight. You'd think that that's a good move, but no. Because of queen takes d5, and now the queen's in the position, and again, you can't actually get it out of the position unless you move knight to b4. Which, if we analyze this, knight to b4 allows queen takes b7 checkmate. So you can't get the queen out of the position. And now queen to c8, just retreating the queen so that you can go knight to b4. I get what they're trying to do. The best move is rook d to e8. Probably just getting the rook on an open file or something. Now rook to g3. I don't know why they did this move. It feels unnecessary. I guess you're putting the rook on an open rank, but you don't need to do rook to g3 in this position. You need to do f5. Takes the queen, can't do anything. So f5 is a really good move. Now, knight to b4. That's just that's just the move. That's just the obvious move. We get the queen out of the position finally, and now that the queen's defending b7, we actually have to move the queen out of the way. So it goes queen to f7, because this is actually the best square for the queen. Again, black can't move the queen out of the way because that would just blunder the rook. Now d5 takes the bishop away. I get what it says. The engine's hating on it for some reason. Apparently it's because of bishop to f3, which is actually what it does. And now this threatens to go bishop to g4, which makes it so that the queen can't move anywhere without getting captured. Now, you know what happens? Bishop to f3. So now black do not see white's threat, and white just gets to easily win the game. Here, black resigned. So, did you guess the elo? If you guessed that they were both international masters, then you would be correct. We have CO Chess Pie, the international master, playing as black, and Sean Winshand. Shout out Sean Winshand. I totally know who that is. I should playing as white. So, if you guessed that, congratulations. Okay, that's all. Bye-bye. Hopefully you subscribe. If you like the video, subscribe. I'm not forcing you to subscribe.